Hey everybody, how's it going? Welcome back for another episode of Soma. I hope you're all doing well today. As you might remember from last episode, we ended up in a situation where essentially we powered up this tram, this little train over here, and I guess we're going to be taking this over to the other operation area. I think Theta was the name of it. So I guess we'll just jump right in because there's not a whole lot else to do here. Other than maybe go check on that lady again. But I think you saw me do that enough times last time that hopefully you got your fill. For whatever reason, when I started up the game today, I noticed that the mouse seemed like really slow and sluggish, so I turned off mouse smoothing and turned the sensitivity way up, which seems to be a lot better in my opinion. I don't know what that is or why we always need to have mouse smoothing, but it doesn't make it better. I think it should be off by default personally, but that's just me. Maybe a lot of people prefer it. Maybe a lot of people will be playing this on controller. Anyway, so this is a Pathos 2 floodable airlock repair set with adaptable pipes ×4, signed off by H.C. Bell's Cargo Administration. And there's even an email address. I wonder if people have tried contacting Bell's at, what is it, cartagecargo.com? Cartage? I can't actually make out if that's an R or a T. Right click to make that go away. Anyway, let's use our Omni tool. I guess that's the only thing we can do. What is this? The fact that this is here means I'm probably gonna have to use it, is my guess. Alright, let's give it a shot.
Shuttle J6
yep.
activated.
Man, these things really are helpful.
Power. Proceed with caution.
Yeah, I hear you on the unreliable power. You've definitely been talking about that nonstop. I'd like to proceed now. The caution is there, yes. Proceeding, however, though. Is there another button? This is the only button. Oh, I've got to sit before I'm able to train. No? What do you want from me? Is sitting even not enough? Can I take my Omni tool back? No. Okay. Oh, these work. Okay, let's try this again. I want to sit down and be a proper train conductor. I didn't realize that these were flip switches that I needed. There we go. We've activated the power. What is this one? Oh, like locks, maybe? This one is the signal, I guess, and then this was the... Well, this was the light, I guess. Alright, let's go. Oh, baby. I didn't realize we'd have a freaking heads-up display and everything. Alright, so we want to go from Upsilon B to Lambda. Maybe we're going to explore all of these sections of the station? I didn't think that would be a thing. Yeah, let's do it. Depart to Lambda. I've said this before, I'll say it again, this is definitely very missed. The way that this is functioning is actually sort of like the way that the worlds were broken up. And we're certainly finding plenty of different pages as well along the way, but different situations.
What started as a thermal mining operation in the 60s has now become home to the Omega Space Gun, the world's most affordable way to launch satellites and deep space probes. Our unique Atlantic Ocean location allows for this gigantic coil gun, running longer than a marathon, to safely launch projectiles without risk of damaging the payload with risky combustion. The station spans multiple sites and has a diverse staff of engineers.
Sounds like your hard drive's dying, dude.
Together, they are able to produce, assemble, and launch the world's most sophisticated spacecrafts. In addition to our
it's a good look.
Pathos 2 is also the home for multiple research projects within the marine sciences.
I love this freaking mosaic.
Turbulence, and deep sea construction. We are now leaving Upsilon for Lambda.
It's like they were showing us some kind of like space genitals they had to mosaic out or something.
You will be able to find shuttle trains leading to all the other parts of the station.
Alright. That was a nice little informative video. I liked it. Put me in a better mood. You know, I've got to say, I try to record these when it's optimally spooky, I guess. Like, I'd prefer to record them at night when it's darker for the better sense of immersion. Oh, okay, here we go. Yeah, that's what I figured. Knew that was coming. Emergency exit? It looked interactable. Anyway, I was just gonna finish that statement. I ended up having to record this one in the morning, and it's quite bright out. And it definitely gives you a different sense of what's going on in the game, not having that same kind of moodiness going on in the physical space around you. Not to mention, of course, the glare on the TV screen or the monitor. Let's just do what I thought. There we go. Yeah, nothing can ever work out nicely, can it? Alright, just making sure there wasn't another way out. I think they've very intentionally blocked me from going in that direction. That's fair enough, I suppose. Oh, I like that. A little reflection in the water there. Do we have any ripples? No, we move silently through the water surface. What about this? Alright, that at least ripples. Why don't I? Why does this cup have more sense of physical presence than my legs? Huh? Do I not have legs? Am I hovering? I seem to be jogging, making the camera move. It's little things like that that I notice. Incoming call, huh? I saw this episode of Sherlock. Alright, let's try it.
Simon, are you there?
Catherine, is that
My
you?
name's Simone.
I was on my way, but then the shuttle train, it fucking crashed.
Are you alright? The system
She's
says
language,
it's
buddy.
sealed for suspected hull breach.
No, I'm not alright. What the hell happened to the world? Why are we underwater?
Wow, you're really out of place, aren't you? Look, don't worry about that right now.
We
I realize
covered
you're
this.
confused, but you're so close to Lambda. If you just keep going.
How close? Can I walk there?
Yeah, but the tunnel is locked off to protect the overall structure from collapsing. What you need to find is your section's maintenance hatch. It'll lead outside.
Maintenance hatch. No problem.
What is that? What's going on up there? I gotta go. See you soon, Simon.
Okay.
Catherine? You okay?
She obviously disconnected, man. There seems to be this just slight, like, latency with reality that everyone seems to be experiencing in this world. Is this the maintenance hatch? Could it really be that easy? I feel like I found that way too easily. I need to keep looking. I want to just see what this shiny is. It might be one of those alien sphincters, which I believe might be checkpoints. It's my only guess at this point. I thought they had something to do with the power. Oh my goodness. That's too graphic for YouTube, man. Can't show that kind of thing. Oh. If they are indeed checkpoints, that's very creative that they seem to also change things about the environment as you use them. But yeah, that's the end of that path, so clearly this was where we're meant to go. I wonder if I just don't use any of them, if it'll have a different effect on how the game works. Or if they are indeed even actually checkpoints. I'm not entirely positive of that. Alright, now I've got arms. And no, I didn't not believe that you had arms, but I think the fact that the game selectively doesn't show them at times is maybe a little bit confusing or a mixed message. What is that? Is that a fungus or something? Looks like a walnut or something, like a large walnut. I guess it's just sea things, sea sponge. Alright. Probably should have looked around the room before I jumped to conclusions. Let's swipe our Omni tool. Oh yeah, we're gonna depressurize. I guess he's totally cool with just breathing water again.
Here we go again.
Yeah, okay. It's like we're all on the same page here. I didn't actually hate the underwater scene or anything, so I'm kind of okay with it. I'm a little bit curious as to why this is even a thing that I can do, so I want to find out more. And that goes for most of what's going on in this game. I am genuinely and legitimately curious about if any of the things I've been speculating on have any basis in reality, or if I'm just getting up my own bum with regard to sci-fi tropes. Alright. And I apologize if my tone has come across as disinterested or dismissive. Unfortunately, I was not blessed with the most radio-friendly sounding voice. I come across a little bit nasal at times. I may be a bit low energy compared to some.
Lambda, right? I mean, really? How big
Can this ocean be? What kind of question is that, you ridiculous man? But regardless, I am still quite interested in the game because I wouldn't keep playing it if I wasn't. and it might come across like I'm being too negative or something like that, and I seem to be getting that impression from the comments. I pick apart everything. I pick apart things I love just as much as things I don't, and just because I'm critical of something does not mean that I don't like it, it just means I'm critical of it. And I don't even surmise to have any kind of, like, summary of a situation until I've seen the whole experience, so I'm not even capable of rendering any kind of verdict other than with what I've seen so far. And it's equal parts, well, slightly trope-filled and also intriguing at the same time. And, like, if it was boring, I would just stop. You know, I have, like, 100 other games I would be playing if this was boring. I quite like the fact that I'm looking up into the bottom of the sea. That's cool. Alright. What do we have here? Are we going to do the lights thing again, or... because that was actually really helpful. I've seen this kind of machine-looking bit before. Is this... it looks like some kind of generator, maybe? I don't have a lot to compare this to because I'm not exactly well-versed in any kind of oceanic equipment. But I have watched quite a few gold shows, and I watched one about underwater dredging, and they seem to have a lot of big, bulky boxes that they carry around for alliteratory effect. They don't do it for that reason. They do it for other reasons, like dredging up gold from the bottom of the Bering Sea. But, you know, whatever I say goes right now. I'm the captain of this ship, and you will follow my orders. Oh, this ship, maybe. There's a submarine here, huh? With a big old sea rose at the bottom. How pretty. I like this muffled breathing. I can't tell if he's actually breathing through, like, a ventilator hose, or if he's just, like, this is the sound of breathing water. I don't actually want to know what that sound sounds like. I bet it's awful. I bet it's very constricting and claustrophobic. But it definitely sounds like he's breathing through something. What is making that noise? I see a red. Oh, it's one of these guys again. Oh, this one seems to be very upset at me. Alright. Well, it's making my view get all weird, so I'm gonna assume that means it's trying to kill me. Seems to often be the case anyway. And I found another light. So let's keep going towards that. Did I lose it? No, if it's behind me, I can't quite tell exactly where it is. So that's cool. This has to be more of the facility here. I wonder if it's clever enough to come after me, like, around corners or what. I do see some red over there. Might be meant for me to just, like, avoid, or maybe this is my in? Not sure. Oh, yeah, no, that's Lambda. But there's also this here. I'd really love to check this out. It looks like maybe I could even interact with it. I can. What is in this vessel? What is going on here? I can swipe it. Maybe you want to close this door for a sec so I can get a look around? Yeah. No? The protocol is missing. I need a Cortex chip, I heard it say, or read it to say. Alright, so that's a possible upgrade to our lock and key mechanism for later. I'll keep this in mind. I don't know if you're dangerous. I'm going to assume you're not because you're not red. We always telegraph when we're dangerous. Well, we often do anyway. Sometimes the ceiling will just, like, fall on you in some games. I like this little landing pad here, or strip, but I have a feeling this is just an indication of Lambda below. And I wonder if I should even bother keep going in this direction. I'm gonna not, for the sake of your sanity and maybe a little bit of mine. We'll just head back in the other way where I thought I saw an entrance. Oh, jeez. Are you really this incapable of jumping over this little pipe? Alright. I'm either going to be wasting my time now or in a moment. We'll see which one it is. I was either meant to go into that building or I was meant to go where I just turned around from there. Let's hope that I just should go in Lambda. I'm pretty sure this is my destination, so unless there's a problem with this door, which there very well may be. Pressurized door. Okay, things are looking optimal so far.
Where Catherine is.
Yeah, this is where Catherine is. Catherine with a C or Catherine with a K? As long as she doesn't chase me up a freaking block tower with a butt tongue monster, I'll be happy about the whole thing. Alright. Very nice. We have made it to Lambda facility. And I got an achievement called Chasing Catherine. I believe you're thinking of Amy in this case. What did it say? Oh, Carthage. Oh, that's the name of that shipping company, Carthage. Why didn't I realize? Okay, we've got lots of suits. Hard hat. I want to make sure if there's any information. Oh, can I still? Yep, I still have a flashlight. I appreciate this very much for the sake of my audience. Noticing the game's being maybe a little bit framey right now, which I'm not super excited about. Alright, so we'll turn the flashlight off then.
Catherine?
So whenever I get anything nice, it's like, just don't use that.
Don't look at it!
Alright. I suppose an Enderman has influenced the facility here. Oh, is that the ancient evil right there, actually? I didn't really get a good look at it because she told me not to look at it, but I suppose that's what that was. I'm just gonna hang out in here for a split second. I think it's safe to come out now. Oh. Well, I guess we'll use this. Here we go. He makes a grosser sound every time he does it. He's like, "Wah." I don't blame him at all. Oh no. How did she get hurt? I don't even know how this thing hurts people. Also, I know this is probably not the right direction. But I think I was standing, like, right next to it, and I didn't really, like, turn to see it, really. Is she in here? This is where I assumed she would be.
Simon, right here.
Oh, here we go again. Alright, first things first. Hi, Catherine. Oh, goodness.
Oh, not you too. I was really hoping you were human.
Don't let the circuitry fool you. I was human once.
Can't take it anymore. Everything's fucked. I give up. There's nothing left.
Calm down. It's not the end of the world.
You sure?
I thought it literally
Sure as hell
was.
looks like it. For all I know, there's no one left except for me.
What do you mean? I'm right here.
Don't take this the wrong way, but I meant any humans left except for me.
Have you looked at yourself lately? You're a walking, talking diving suit with some electronics slapped on for good measure.
I don't.
You don't want to think about it? We'll start thinking about it.
I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to be this. I want out.
Before you do anything hasty, could you help me with something?
What?
I was trying to find out what happened with my project when that brute knocked me to the ground.
Your project? How could anything possibly matter when you know you're a stupid robot in a stupid dead world?
Okay, focus. I need you to fix me so I can get back to work. Then you can sulk as much as you want.
You gotta be kidding, right? I think I have a better chance of building myself a time machine than of putting you back together.
I just need to access the computer. Oh, is that an Omnitool you're carrying?
Oh, the door opener? I picked it up at Upsilon where I woke up.
That'll have to do. Plug it into the terminal.
Sure, whatever.
You're awfully
When the
angsty,
Omnitool is loaded,
Simon.
just plug my Cortex chip into the tool.
Oh, Cortex chip.
It's a Cortex chip.
It will be obvious. I'll eject it for you. Just grab the chip and slide it into the Omnitool. Come on, I just need you to do this one thing for me.
Okay.
Sure, whatever.
I've already agreed. I just hadn't said anything out
What
loud.
did you want me to do?
The tool you're carrying.
Slide.
Plug it into the computer over there.
Oh. I thought you were going to slide out the chip, but I guess we're doing that over here. Or... hang on, which... this computer. The one with the very obvious Omni-tool-shaped socket, right?
Lambda terminal.
El Muron.
The Omnitool is ready now. Should be easy enough. Just pick up the chip and slide it into the Omnitool.
Why does a robot chip fit a door opener?
It's standardized connect.
Catherine? Alright. Let's give this a try.
Alright, what I really want to do is take the Cortex chip and immediately go for that diving vessel. Oh, goodness.
Custom Cortex chip.
It's not what I thought that would look like.
Down helper chain. Have a nice day.
Helper
Just pretty
Jane.
much anything will fit. Oh, this feels weird. I'm in the Omnitool? Thanks.
So, what's the project about?
My project? Oh, well, I saved all the people on the station as brain scans and put them into an artificial world. We were gonna launch it into space to save it from, well, all of this.
Are you telling me that you were going to launch a computer world filled with people into space?
Yes. It was just a pet project at first, but it got really serious after the comet took out the surface. Then suddenly it became very important, and it was officially named the Ark.
That's appropriate. How far did you get?
I don't know. That version of me that I am. It came from a scan I did pretty early on. The living Catherine could very well have finished the project and launched it. I guess she could even still be alive. Weird thought.
So the talking robots, are they also scans you did?
They could be, but I doubt it. I'd expect much more sense if that was the case. All right, finally.
What's happening?
I managed to restore some data from the backup server. This should tell us everything we need. Oh. Could you do me a favor and run into the other room and have a look? I don't seem to be able to view the files in this condition. I need to know that the Ark is safe.
Sure, Kath.
Thanks. I'll unlock the door for you.
He went from being so emotional and
What was
mopey.
you said before? You're from Toronto?
Yeah, I just went in for a brain
we
scan.
were done talking.
And suddenly, here I am.
That doesn't make any sense. How? Why would anyone bring a scan from Toronto?
You think that's strange? What if I tell you it was back in 2015?
Whoa.
Now we're done. This game's very odd about when it decides to finish conversations. It seems to do that quite a bit. But yeah, he was being all mopey with her and being like, I don't want to do anything you say. And then she's just like kind of joking around, and he's got a shortened nickname for her all of a sudden. Alright, can I smash this chair through this window so I can take the chip and bring it to that ship? I want to do a chip ship. No,
Say
this is
something?
not.
Sorry, still trying to figure out how you got here.
It's not
Got it.
gonna work.
Really like to
Okay.
know who thought sending a Canadian to the bottom of the sea was a good idea.
You know, I can't help but remind myself of at the beginning of the game when I looked in his night table next to his bed, how he had that book by that lady. I can't remember exactly what it was called, but it involved, it was like a horror book, and everyone was getting dragged to the bottom of the sea. So I wonder if there are parallels since, well, I'm still operating under the belief that it's in my mind right now. Alright, check the computer in the other room. Will do. Sorry, I didn't mean to
What
talk over
happened
that.
before? That creature was strangely overbearing.
Yeah,
Just check the
basically,
computer.
yes, look for anything about the Ark.
I thought we were talking, and then I got to the place where I guess she needed to interrupt me again, so no problem. Alright, data recovered Arc. Okay. What? Oh, am I loading her into it or something? I know, we're just loading the UI here. Opinion poll, Arc environments, Arc schematics, calibration survey, Arc tracker. I think that would be what she's after, right?
I found a tracker homed in on the Ark.
Oh, that's clever. I wonder if I thought of that. Does it still work? I really need to know what happened to it.
I think so. It's doing something at least.
Where is it?
Hold on. I'm trying to find it.
Please let it be safe.
Alright, let's see how this works. Oh, I click a tile and it scans for it. Arc within sector. Select, oh, we're doing sectors within sectors. Should I know where I'm searching right now? Am I playing Go Fish with the Arc right now? Find where the green bar is. Oh, okay, we're doing warmer, warmer. Found it. I guess that's kind of a clever way to do it, sure. Should this be showing me where the Arc is? Is this the Arc? I don't know exactly what I'm looking for on this map, but okay, I guess that's it. Alright. And now we're scanning sectors within the actual facility. Well, that was easy, because I had a feeling based on my knowledge of level design they would put it in the most elaborate looking
I found
room.
it. It's at a site named Tau.
Oh, no, it's on Earth. It's so close to Phi, they almost made it. Damn it, it won't make it for long in that state. A couple of decades at most. That's not much to build a future.
If we got to it, could we get on the Ark?
I suppose, but I'm not exactly flexible at the moment.
Is that what you want to do? Interviews with Robin Bass, Ian Peterson, and Mark Sarang. Alright, I guess let's find out some more about the Ark then, if that's what this is.
Are you excited about the Ark? At first, I couldn't really see the point of it. But then I thought, why shouldn't we, right? I mean, if we are able to save even just a small piece of ourselves, why wouldn't we do that? So you are in favor then? I think it's really important we do this.
Now, if I remember correctly, Robin was the author's name as well, right? Ian Peterson, did we see? That isn't the guy from the bookstore, right? I can't remember his name. Could have been that.
What are your thoughts on the Ark?
It's a great idea. Finally, we have something to do. Am I right?
Are you optimistic about the project's chances of, about the Ark reaching space?
It can definitely be done. You already solved the biggest problem, how to actually get us all in there. Now all we have to do is build the damn thing, and hope Phi is still operational. Yeah, I think we can do it, but it's not gonna be easy.
Oh, there's more? Oh. Some dead noise before we finish off. And Mark. Anybody by the name of Mark that we've encountered? I might just be going off on a weird tangent here, but I feel like it would be pretty reasonable to believe that people we've encountered in my waking life are also being influenced in this situation. I can't think of anybody named Mark. I really haven't met that many people anyway. It was really just like the lady in the car, the guy at the bookstore, and the doctor. And there was a get well card from my mom, and I think that's about everyone that we're aware of existing on the planet that we've interacted with. And the author. Yeah, all right.
What are your thoughts on the Ark project?
The idea is just incredible. By every definition. It really makes you think about what it means to be human.
What makes you say that?
Beyond the basics. Beyond the superficial. I'm convinced there's something with even greater value. You have provided a platform, which is not necessarily restricted to our digital progeny, but a means of actual survival. It's my sincerest belief that we can go on living through the reality of continuity.
Alright.
Is this from inside the Ark?
Yes. That's some early renders of the world inside.
Looks a whole lot comfier than this place.
That's cool. They made like Matrix Anarchy Online, I guess, or Final Fantasy XI world. I don't know. It doesn't really look that much like that. Oh, that's very Final Fantasy though. That's pretty. Although, do we have to look like these, you know, bulbous like random avatar people? That would be the worst if like you get to the afterlife and everyone looks like a me. Well, that's cool. I want to play this game too. I want to walk around in this virtual world. Maybe we'll end up there at some point in the game. See, these are the kind of exciting things I look forward to. Arc schematics. Alright, there's a box with some little girder patterns on it, and it looks like you were looking at sort of like a blow-up. Human consciousness maps to ones and zeros. Binary frequency waves get mapped to some kind of RAM module that gets stored within this chunk here, I guess. And what are we looking at here? Maybe this is just the makeup of the individual parts within it? Does this map to the same... No. Okay, I thought maybe this was like a further cross-section of it or something. Okay, well, maybe that is kind of the idea they were going for there. Yeah, got it. Now, we launch this chunk into there, and then we put this all together in here, and then put the satellite dish on top, and a rocket thruster on the bottom, and I guess we go to space. So we carry all kinds of astronauts together in a virtual world into space. That's a new way to look at panspermia, I guess, yeah. Alright, I'm kind of liking the way that they're taking this. I was worried that we were going to go on sort of a superficial level with some of these concepts, but it seems like they're embracing them pretty fully, and that's nice. Okay, calibration survey 0.3. Welcome. If you're reading this, you successfully entered the ARC. This survey is designed to give the developers a better understanding of your subjective experience and how to improve your well-being. Please continue with the survey. This could end up being Sword Art Online in freaking Matrix Bioshock world. That would be a whole nother thing. Then we go to Bioshock Infinite Squared, and it's everybody is in a virtual reality. Well, maybe they've done it already. I don't know. I haven't finished Bioshock Infinite. How would you describe your physical condition? I feel normal. I feel invigorated. I feel alien. I feel fake. I feel fake. No longer a real person. How'd you describe your mental condition? I feel disconnected, a separation of mind and body. I feel altered, a change in character. I feel lost. I don't exist anymore. I feel disconnected. I actually describe this feeling. That would be really clever, actually, if this, depending on the choices that you make or the things that you look at, sort of manifests your corporeal reality in a slightly different way, depending on who you are and how you play. How'd you describe your senses? As expected, I feel more sensitive to or aware of my surroundings. I feel blocked, as if my senses are numb, lacking one or more of my natural senses. Do I have an inkling towards one of these? I feel like I'm lacking senses, maybe? I don't know, there's not really a good answer to this one. I feel blocked a little bit, yeah. How'd you describe the sensation of your new condition? It's pleasant. I don't like it. Something is wrong. It's disconcerting. Everything feels constructed. Depressing. I can't shake the feeling of it all being fake. I don't like it. Something is wrong. Those are like several shades of the same answer, aren't they? Are you troubled by the fact that you're no longer strictly human? No, I feel fine. Somewhat, I feel like I lost myself. Yes, I mourn my previous existence. I don't care what form I take as long as I get to carry on. I think that would be the ideal. I feel like I've lost myself, yeah. How do you perceive your new existence? It's a direct continuation of my previous self, like a new chapter in my life. It's like being born all over again, a complete do-over. It's something completely different and nothing to do with my previous self. I'm not sure if all of those really encompass every option there. I guess like a new chapter? Do you think this new existence will be a life worth living? Yes, just as much as my previous life. Yes, but with less meaning. Maybe we can find a new sense of meaning in this world, or no, it's too detached from reality and everything I know. Yeah, that one seems like the appropriate level of reticence for the shock that most likely would be going through. Would you rather be removed from the project and accept death? Maybe I need to think about it. Yeah, alright, let's think about it together. Your answers have been saved. Thank you for participating in the ARC team. I wonder if this has an influencing factor on how the game plays. That's really interesting, actually.
I'll take us there. I can move, jump, swim, sort of. You're stuck in the door opener, the Omni tool. I'll just carry you there and you'll show me what to do.
That sounds really risky. Besides,
really chipper.
I don't like the idea of you carrying me around.
Come on, Catherine. This is what you wanted to do. Your final mission. Let's launch the ARC.
We would need to find a way to get into the Abyss. Can't take the climber without a power suit. We probably have to go to Theta and pray that Dunbat's still working.
Okay, so we go to Theta.
I don't know, it's pretty far.
Catherine, look around. What else is there to do? You know what? I found his sunken vessel just outside.
All right.
Bet that could take us to Theta.
Really?
Didn't look completely out of action. It even lit up a little when I tried the Omni tool on it.
Okay then, let's have a look. I'll just eject from this thing. Don't forget to take me with you.
It's very interesting, the change in tone from the last room to his very much chipper acceptance
Don't forget to take me along. The Omnitool.
of having a new mission and having something to do. All of a sudden, he seems like really motivated and kind of like he's forgotten all of the general malaise that he was going through a moment ago. Simon, I think maybe there's more to you than we're aware of right now.
Can I pull the Omni tool out?
Wait. Okay, just be sure to plug me in again at some point.
You gotta go to the taskbar and make sure you eject safely. Alright. Got a lady in a box, and we're gonna go on a mission. And we're gonna go to Theta, I guess, is the next step. Is that thing gonna still be around here, or... Oh yeah, did I not come in here before? I think this might not have been accessible. What's this? Printer paper? Cali air? Some munch print. I guess that's how you manufacture food when you're under the ground. It's sort of like, or under the sea. Sort of like a 3D printer, but for, instead of pigment, some sort of protein synthesis, so you can actually like construct different sorts of foods out of base level building blocks or something like that. What is that all about? Oh, the thing is happening now, I guess. I probably didn't need to actually come in here. Yeah, okay, that's interesting. Is that gonna break through? I'm kind of curious. Or are you just gonna make a dramatic show of things? Seem to be doing enough damage that I hear some water dripping, so... You done? Oh, I guess the evil thing is here, maybe. I want to know what it even looks like, so I know how to avoid it. There's a lot of oil dripping around, so I guess we're relatively near. Why not just go out the way I came, actually? I'm not really sure why I'm going this way at all. Panel in the floor. Is there another checkpoint before we leave? Alright, seems like perhaps not. There's a lot of rooms here with just sort of vestigial nothingness in them. Alright, fair enough. Maybe it was not nothingness to everybody involved, just nothingness to me at the moment. But will it be that easy? Will they just let me escape without a fight? It's looking like it. Good thing I did my due diligence and looked at that red light instead of just going straight in. Makes you wonder a little bit what we really have to be afraid of if we're essentially all already dead. You know, this is a story of ghosts, essentially, just kind of ambling about underneath the ocean. But there is something kind of interesting and poetic about the idea of, like, mortality being irrelevant, and it's really just about carrying on a message at this point. Well, I think at this point we will actually wrap up the episode. I look forward to our next conveyance method being this little vessel here, and perhaps we shall find out some more new stuff as we proceed forward. Interesting, very kind of story-heavy elements in today's episode. I'm very curious to see how this turns out. So thanks, everybody, for watching. As always, make sure you leave a like on the video if you enjoyed it, and I will see you again for the next one. Hope you have a great night. Talk to you soon.